Wie sieht's aus? Ja, ist ja gut, du alter Choleriker. So. Dann, wir sollten jetzt live sein. In dem Sinne, herzlich willkommen zu diesem Stream. Wir haben lange nichts mehr voneinander gehört. Hust, hust. Willkommen zu der jetzigen Runde Genshin Impact. Wir spielen weiter die Main Quest und wir machen weiter. Wir sind ja in der Wüste. Wir haben letztens rausgefunden, dass Dottore hinter allem steckt und dass wir in die Wüste müssen, um die anderen zu finden, um Hilfe zu finden. Da sind wir auf Syno gestoßen und auf, wie heißt die Kollegin nochmal? Candice? Candice heißt sie, glaube ich. Wie gesagt, jetzt machen wir erstmal die Singleplayer-Missionen und da joinen ist halt schwer, weil Singleplayer heißt ja im Begriff bereits Singleplayer. Nee, auf diesem Account habe ich kein Ayato. Komm. Wieso ladest du so lange? Gut. Wir gehen nämlich die Aufträge. Wir machen den Arkon-Auftrag. Die Vermissten. Dafür müssen wir da hoch. Satuska, danke für den Follow auf Twitch. Habt ihr noch Fragen, bevor wir weiterlegen? Der Live hängt bei dir? Das ist immer, wenn ich halt raustappe, dass es halt nicht weitergeht. Moment. So. Und ich brauche Nahida. Wir spielen ja mit Nahida. Von dem her. Nahida, wo bist du? So, wechseln. Wobei ihr seht ja jetzt, was ich hier auf diesem Account hier für Charaktere habe. Nahida, Mona, Wanderer, Raid Shogun, Genshin. Das sind halt die, die auf dem Account drauf sind. Das war auch wunderschön, die Atmosphäre. Ah. Hört ihr die Musik? Wunderschön und ruhig. Ich finde diese Musik gerade extrem entspannt. Ich brauche einen Genshin-Soundtrack. Den würde ich dann die ganze Zeit durchlaufen lassen. Kannst du bitte einen Raiden Showcase probieren zu machen? Was meinst du mit Showcase? Meine Raiden ist noch gar nicht gebaut. Ich war schon so oft in den Instanzen und noch nie ist was Gutes gedroppt. Hier, das ist echt schlimm. Wappen des getrennten Schicksals, das war das da. Hier, VTD, Animo-Schadensbonus, LP. Dasselbe hier, LP, VTD, LP, VTD. Hier habe ich gar nichts. Ja. Das Zeug ist alles furchtbar, was ich habe. Gut. Na gut. Dann fangen wir mal an. Wo muss ich überhaupt hin? Da hoch. Welche Charakter bei mir gebaut ist? Du kannst Fragen stellen. Gefühlt keiner. Nahida macht ein bisschen Schaden. Ja, hier. Alles nicht so ganz besonders. Nee. Ich bin nicht begeistert. Irgendwie habe ich sehr viel Pech bei den Pferden hier, wenn ich ehrlich bin. Das sieht relativ gut aus. Boah. Witzigerweise, der sieht ja halbwegs gut gebaut aus. Wenn ich jetzt noch die Talente hochleveln würde, könnte man den sogar einigermaßen benutzen. Na gut, wir wollten die Story-Quest weitermachen, okay? Servus, Marlina? Yep, ich bin Weltstufe 7. Stufe 7. Stable? Was ist denn das? Okay, wir machen mit der Quest weiter. Hallo, Kazan.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think.
Pferdespiel, okay.
When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Moment, ich muss mich ja kurz mal in die Ecke schicken. Nicht das Spiel, mich. So. Besser.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Moment. So.
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Was ist denn das für eine Reaktion? Irgendwie kommt mir das Spiel sehr leise vor. Wenn ich ehrlich bin. Nee, richtige Lautstärke eingestellt. Kira, danke für die 2 Rosen. Wie habe ich denn das hingekriegt, dass du deine Story spielst? Wie ist die Lautstärke für euch? Bin ich so in der Lautstärke in Ordnung? Ist das Spiel richtig in der Lautstärke im Verhältnis zu mir? Wie sieht's aus? Na dann, perfekt. Dann können wir weitermachen. Ist gut. Alles super. Perfekt, danke.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Oh, da ist jemand sehr sauer.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right? He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that?
Emiliana, danke, dass du dabei warst. Gute Nacht.
Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Danke, User.
Gotcha. Thank you. Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Hört sich nach einer sehr liebevollen Frau an.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
Nett.
I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Laura, wieso sagst du nein? Sag nicht nein. Nein gefällt mir nicht.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Wieso nennst du mich pupsig? Und hi. Sino, was ist los?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Okay. Klingt der Schritt. Oh. Die sollen leise sein. Noch runtergehen? Ja, das ist mir zu ruhig.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Ach so, deswegen. Okay, gut.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods.
Laura, fühl dich geknuddelt.
Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and King Deshret.
Das war Anti-Cosplay. Ja, da haben wir doch auch gestern drüber gesprochen, dass ich einen Discord-Server habe. Geh einfach in die Charakterbeschreibung von Twitch oder in die Streambeschreibung des aktuellen Streams. Da steht drin, wie mein Discord heißt oder wie man draufkommt.
Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
Excuse me?
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Excuse me? Er sagte gerade, dass Leute geopfert werden und du freust? Okay.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Das ist das falsche Wort.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Da ist jemand sauer. Wie gesagt, geh am besten über den Discord-Server.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move and he's gonna flay us alive.
Ja, gute Beobachtung.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Die sind ja richtig intelligent.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from
Nothing.
hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up, I swear!
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Okay.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Wenn man sich selber sein eigenes Grab schaufelt.
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
Ihr müsst immer eine
The
gute
people
Verteidigung.
here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Ja, die Akademie als den Dendroarchon.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
Okay, Kira, danke, dass du dabei warst. Gute Nacht.
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Ooh.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
Wie gesagt, schau dir einfach den...
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Komm einfach auf den Discord-Server, dann siehst du ja, wie ich heiße.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
Dann darfst du ihn wohl besser nicht weiter provozieren.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Gehen wir zuerst zu den Häusern der Gelehrten. Bestimmt finden wir dort Hinweise.
Very well.
Isak! I'm here.
Hey, wo ist der Onkel hin?
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Wie fröhlich er läuft.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Ah, die Werbung auf Kartoffelbeet hat geklappt. Eine Person ist schon mal hierher gekommen. Moment, was? Die Fleur?
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays. There sure isn't much here.
Dieser Geruch. Hühner, riechst du auch Weihrauch?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Genau das Ding von früher.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Interessant, Traveler hat also eine feine Nase.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No, no need.
Der Geruch behagt mir nicht.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
Im Wald, in dem ein Gelehrter ihre Ausbildung machte.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Suchen wir weiter nach weiteren Hinweisen. Teilen wir uns auf, dann sind wir effizienter. Warte mal, Venti Cosplay, willst du mir quasi die Werbung zuschicken auf Kartoffelbeet? Ne, ich habe sie ja dort gespeichert, also ich habe sie da hinzugefügt, also ich weiß, wie sie aussieht, weil ich habe sie ja dahin gepackt. Muss ich überhaupt hin? Es geht in die Richtung.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here, from the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
Du meinst, jemand war hier?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Weggelockt? So ist das also passiert.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
Beispielsweise, wenn du etwas Leckeres riechst, Paimon, dann gehst du sehr leicht an die Angel.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
Oh.
No, Grandpa. So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Möchte er König der Schwert wiederbeleben?
Are the rumors really true?
Das ist der einzige Hinweis, den wir momentan haben.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him. Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Na dann, zurück geht's. Oh, was ist denn hier los?
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That...
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back. Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you.
I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Okay, bis nachher, Mafuyu.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
Okay.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
Was für Namen. Huch, ich habe einige der Namen schon einmal woanders gehört.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia.
Willkommen zurück.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
Der? Wie? Der hat mir zugezwinkert. Ist jetzt der falsche Moment, um Fragen zu stellen?
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The
That's
Traveler and
okay.
Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Na dann. Können wir noch mit denen reden?
Sino, please don't take offense. I'm sure Dia just wants to help everyone solve their problem as quickly as possible. That's why she can be so straightforward at times.
I don't mind.
Ah, I see. Well, from the way you were staring out into the distance, I thought you might have been mulling over Dia's words.
No, I'm used to being treated that way.
Oha.
It's natural to fear strength. I take no objection to it.
Na dann. Wo müssen wir hin? Ach, Hilfe. Na dann.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid.
Wieso war es los, Alexis?
Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
Okay, danke.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
Oha.
Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
Oha.
Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
Oha.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Obwohl ihre Laune nur zu gut verstehe, aber sie darf hier kein Aufsehen erregen.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Na dann. Na dann.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Servus.
Hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
And let's see.
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides...
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Gibt es ein Outfit in Genshin, das nicht cool ist? Ernsthaft? Jedes Outfit in Genshin ist irgendwie cool. Selbst Nahidas. So putzig. Und wie war Assassin's Creed so? Wird es eine Falle?
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Okay, verstehe ich nicht. Als ob die uns damit quasi einkesseln könnten. Wir haben schon Schlimmeres erlebt.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
Oha, Vorsicht.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Ihr werdet sowas auf die Schnauze bekommen. Na dann.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Okay.
Hey! Commit it to memory, yeah!
Everybody stand back!
Share my knowledge!
To ashes! Let's light it up!
War das alles?
Impossible! How could you?
Ihr habt ja nicht lange durchgehalten.
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action.
Sie hat der Falle eine Falle gestellt.
Even though
Wie
you
genial.
heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all
Lol.
thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, jetzt Faustdick hinter den Ohren.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Diese Namen, die du erwähnt hast.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit,
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
Und der Bärtige mit Kommsäbel?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
Okay.
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Lol.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Mann.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
Was? Okay.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
Ich finde, du gehörst nicht zu dieser Sorte von Mensch.
What makes you so sure?
Es gibt keinen Auftraggeber, aber du hast trotzdem das Richtige getan.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
Yay.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Aye, aye, man. Alles gut, Alexis. Alles gut.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Alles klar.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Easy going. Okay, wie sieht's aus? Ich bin nur leicht verwundert. Na gut, geht's mal weiter. Wo ist das Spiel? Wo ist der Chat? So. 6 bis 12 Uhr können wir mit dir so sprechen.
Candace is an expert at dealing with people like this.
Na dann. Nächster Tag, 6 Uhr. Hau raus. Was ist deine Frage? Moment. Bam, 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 bam. Wo ist mein Chat wieder hin? Da ist mein Chat. Im Moment bin ich ein Baidu-Main. Warum?
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Irgendwelche Ergebnisse?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Ach was, Marbus. Vor einer Stunde oder vor 2 Stunden waren wir beim Ziehen. Und da hatten wir um sie 200 bis 300 Leute. Wobei, die haben sich dann schnell aufgelöst. Dann waren wir nur noch eine sehr süße Gruppe von 160 Leuten.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It
Yeah,
takes
TikTok.
strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Na dann, gehen wir mal rein.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Was für Schwächlinge.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
Candace ist ein Profi, ein guter Lehrer und eine gute Schülerin.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal.
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection.
So was waren wir schon.
Mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Wo sind die Dorfwächter?
I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Eine Verwarnung, bis du fliegst.
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Ooh.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
Jean ist eine Süße.
2.
Uh-oh.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Hast du einen Verdacht zur Identität des Unbekannten?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
Hast du nicht zugehört? Ach so, Syno ist weg. Glaubst du, dass ich hier wohl netter bin als Syno?
That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
Noch nicht, aber wir sind kurz davor.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Attack on Titan ist cool.
Uncle Anpu.
Sag jetzt 3.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
Das wäre so cool gewesen, wenn er jetzt 3 gesagt hätte.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
Oh je.
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Dottore hat in Sumeru auch gesagt, dass die Akademie die Gerüchte zur Auferstehung von König Deshret verbreitet.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
Eine Verbindung zu Nahida?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave every...
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Wie viele haben wir denn? Ein Schelm, der Böses dabei denkt. An sich hätte ich schon gerne Rosa. Na komm, nicht drüber nachdenken. Was haben die zwei
You
hier?
look worried. Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village, each one of them is very important to me.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
Dia, don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
Du meinst, die Quest hast du schon fertig? Nee, ich habe doch vorhin die ganze Zeit gepult.
What scheme is the academia brewing now?
Wir haben immer noch tonnenweise Informationen. Wieso sagen wir denen nichts? Oder wollen wir immer noch testen, ob sie gut sind? Oh, wen haben wir denn da?
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Ach so, wobei, ich könnte mir Xau holen. Ich habe jetzt seinen Speer.
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Mach nur, ich werde dich nicht aufhalten.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave our village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Mein Lieblingscharakter ist Ganyu.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
Willst du uns Zeit geben, noch einmal darüber nachzudenken?
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Das stimmt.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Kommt drauf an, was du mit Zhongli machen willst. Ich glaube, die beste für ihn als Shield ist sogar eine 3-Sterne-Waffe.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
Der Hinweis liegt also bei jemandem, den wir kennen.
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Hi, Kasua.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
Oha.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Na dann. Ah, die Musik ist so wunderschön. So wunderschön. Ah. Oh, das musst du loswerden. Klar kann ich mich an dich erinnern.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Und das musst du loswerden?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Oh nein, wieder das Spiel mit den
Is it
Herzen.
really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Klar, hallo, Fräulein Shani.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something.
Nicht die Herzen. Nicht die
Do you
Herzen.
think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
Nein,
Why's that?
denn sie bringt Krieg.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this.
Ach was, musst du nicht. Mir reicht es, dass ihr im Stream dabei seid und mir Gesellschaft leistet. Dadurch ist das Spiel um einiges fröhlicher. Fühle ich mich nicht so allein. Also Münzen sind mir gar nicht mal so wichtig. Bei einem Ding, gefühlt schenkt ihr da nicht mir Sachen, sondern eher TikTok. Weil die ja 70% davon einheimsen. Von dem her, mir ist es wichtiger, dass ihr dabei seid. Auf die Geschenke kann ich verzichten.
Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Ich kann es nicht versprechen, aber ich tue mein Bestes.
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru.
Oh je.
Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Oh. Little Kitty, hi. Willkommen zurück.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Das sieht dann eher schlecht aus. Wenn, dann würde ich es frühestens mit dem Koop beginnen, wenn du rausgehst. Wirklich so 22 Uhr, 23 Uhr.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives.
Willkommen zurück, Sophie.
Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Al-Haytham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Okay.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion.
Just love you.
It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
Ich glaube, du hast nichts verpasst.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Kannst du bestimmen, wo das Geräusch herkam?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
Danke für die weiteren 2 Love Yous.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Wir müssen zu diesem Krankenhaus.
Yeah, let's go!
Treffen wir da Dottore wieder? Oder unseren lieben Wanderer? Danke für die ganzen Love Yous. Kasua. Ich wollte gerade fragen, seid ihr lieb zu mir?
I see
Scheinbar nicht.
everything.
Scheinbar sind sie nicht lieb zu mir.
Power that ended up.
Where
have you been hiding?
Du kannst sie stellen. Ob ich sie beantworte, ist die andere Frage.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Excuse me? Wenn die Gelehrte von der Akademie verschleppt wurden, was machen dann die Leute hier?
Monsters! Watch out!
Ja, die greifen an.
Make yourselves at home!
Decided by destiny. Let's light it up. Everybody stand. Hey, adventure time.
Oh je.
Eyes on me. Let's light it up. Still got some kick. I'm going in.
Committed to memory.
To ashes.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Let's light it up. Everybody step. Shadows of fate.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
Was war jetzt die Frage? Bist du im Moment verliebt? Nein. Hallo, ich bin 13. Hallo 13-Jährige. Wer will sich in mich verlieben? Skandalös. Ich bin 138 Jahre alt, denkt dran. Ich bin viel zu alt für euch. Oder zu jung? Na, eines von den beiden. Was für eine Art Gegner hast du denn erwartet?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that.
Aha, und das Ding da gerade eben hat dir nicht gereicht?
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A-game too.
Ist sie so schlimm, die Stimme, dass man sich in sie verlieben kann?
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look. Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn.
Mich machen diese explosiven Fässer gerade ein bisschen nervös.
Until then.
Ja, bis dahin.
I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Hehe.
Okay, sure.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Vielleicht sollte ich dir das Lesen und Schreiben beibringen, Paimon. Vielleicht solltest du auch einfach mal erwachsen werden und etwas lernen.
Hey, what good is that gonna do for you?
Wenn du etwas lernst, kannst du Geld für meinen Unterhalt verdienen.
Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon?
Du bist es doch bereits.
Oh, right. Okay then. Thank you for working so hard and earning so much more. If it weren't for you, Paimon would probably still be floating around in the ocean somewhere.
Das stimmt.
Thank you.
Oh. Paimon kann auch ganz süß sein. Nichts zu danken.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Psst. Ich rieche was.
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Naja, da ja Nahida jetzt weggesperrt ist, kann sie sich nicht mehr um die Geisteskranken kümmern. Yay.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Außer diese riesige Luke.
It's from below.
Diese riesige Luke siehst du wirklich nicht, Paimon?
But there's no way we can get down there.
Ich wiederhole, diese riesige Luke siehst du nicht?
Something is off about the interior here.
Ja, zum Beispiel diese riesige Luke. Ich glaube, ich spüre Selbstgespräch.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Meinst du?
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Also, danke für die Zeit. Love yous. Inventar stellen. Ah, da oben. Ach, was ist das hier?
Everyone hold hands.
Nee, hinten ist das nächste. Kira, danke für die Rose. Und Kaso, danke für die Love Yous.
Fate is upon you.
This way, Turtle.
Unhöflich.
Power that ended hot. Let's light it up. I'm going in.
I see everything.
Ich sehe nichts, die Kamera springt so komisch.
Sharing my knowledge.
Kira, danke für
Commit it to
die
memory.
Rose.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Why do they never met?
So, fehlt nur noch eins. Ach, da unten. Ups. Bin ich denn hier gelandet? Hier und Genshin Trader, danke für die Rosen. Irgendwas sagt mir, ich gehe gerade in der Story zu weit vor. Wohl auch nicht. Hallo?
Everyone hold hands.
Let's light it up!
Der hat gerade nach mir geworfen.
To ashes! I'm going in! Let's light it up! I never yield.
Grow! The Temple of Wisdom!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Vielleicht sollte ich meine Charaktere mal auf Level 90 bringen. Die Kämpfe werden anstrengend.
Delves into destiny. Let's light it up! It's a miracle!
Okay, viel Spaß. Hoffentlich wird es nicht zu schrecklich.
I see everything!
Guten Flug.
Everyone hold hands!
Let's light it up!
Oh. Okay.
Adventure time! Let's light it up!
This way, Tree!
Everybody stand back! Eyes on me!
Was ist denn hier los? Wieso liege ich hier so nicht sehr lebendige Tiere leuchten? Danke für die Dafür's. Und servus, Niki.
The more the merrier. First round's on me.
Ich bin zwar auch ein Zelda-Fan, aber ob Breath of the Wild wirklich besser ist? weiß ich nicht. Da muss ich es gespielt haben. Wobei, ganz ehrlich, ich wage es zu bezweifeln. So ganz neutral gesprochen. Ja, aber die zielen sich doch eigentlich mehr nur dort zurück. Weil dort der Fluch nicht so extrem ist. Das war doch irgendwie so.
I see everything.
Na, wie du willst. Ich werde dir nicht sagen, was du tun sollst.
To ashes! Decided by destiny! Yeah, I'm going in!
Share my knowledge.
Now that's what I call treasure!
Genshin Trader, danke danke für die ganzen Emotes. Machen wir es kurz. Okay. Wo sind wir denn hier rausgekommen? Eine Spitzhacke. Geht mir nicht auf die Nerven, ihr Fingern.
Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
Hey!
Gott vergib alles. Okay. Interesting. Dies war ursprünglich ein Ackergerät, mit dem Erdboden aufgehackt wurde. Es ist in einem solchen Ödland trotzdem etwas überraschend. Die Hacke ist stark abgenutzt und ihr Stiel ist vom Dreck bedeckt. Sie scheint nicht weiter nutzbar zu sein. Wo bin ich denn hier gelandet? Ah. Na dann. Genshin Trader, danke fürs Love You und für die Rosa. Na dann, machen wir mit der Quest weiter. Hatten ja eine kleine Detour. Ja, scheint so. Was ist denn das eigentlich? Ja, das müssen wir auch noch machen. War ja was. ...51 AR Weltstufe 7. Wir brauchen... Irgendwas sagt mir, wir brauchen einen Schlüssel. Patient Abbasmann liegt 23 alt, hat eine Mutter, mal an der linken Schädelseite, ist Linkshänder der Krankenhaus. Okay. Okay, interessant. Das hatten wir schon. Ach, hier. Na, wenn... Ich glaube eher für Yellen als für Xau, wenn ich ehrlich bin. Oder ich weiß... Ehrlich gesagt, ich weiß es nicht. Ich weiß es nicht.
Look, there's someone over there.
Ich spiele so ziemlich viele Spiele. Ich habe diese Woche Satisfactory gespielt. Morgen werden wir zum Beispiel Minecraft spielen. Phasmophobia. Paranormal PI. Ich habe vor dem Horizon Zero Dawn haben wir gespielt und werden wir auch weiterhin spielen, falls mich TikTok nicht weiter sperrt. Ich habe vor Borderlands zu spielen oder Detroit Become Human. Ich spiele alles Mögliche. Mit euch spiele ich dann so in einer Stunde, sobald wir einen guten Punkt in der Story erreicht haben.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Hello.
Wait.
Du bist?
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
Wie konnte dann das mit ihm passieren?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility.
Na, Daily soll ich auch
It
machen.
looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar? Der Verrückte von der Goldbrigade.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Noch nicht.
Correct. The Academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
First, the Academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection,
emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the Academia.
all life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago.
Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better.
Yeah.
Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises.
Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret,
and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too.
Das Eagles Lair.
But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
Ach so, sprich weiter.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Ah.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
Woher weißt du von dieser Technik?
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Oh, yeah.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Nein, falsch. Die meisten dieser wahnsinnig gewordenen Gelehrten waren im Wald mit der göttlichen Erkenntnis verbunden. Das ist, was die Akademie will. Man kann sogar sagen, dieses Wissen hat mit den Fatui, Dottore und Scaramouche zu tun. Sie nutzen es, um Scaramouche in einen Gott zu verwandeln.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Die Akademie braucht Leute, die mit der göttlichen Erkenntnis in Berührung gekommen sind.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal?
Einen eigenen Archon zu
I've
erstellen.
spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Oha.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Deine Absichten sind spezieller und persönlicher.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
Ob Paimon böse ist, das wird sich noch zeigen.
The
Aber
divine
ich glaub
knowledge
nicht.
capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Er lehnt zwar höhere Gerechtigkeit und Verantwortung ab, aber er erkennt die Logik von den extrem individuellen Handlungen an. So eine Person ist vielleicht gut als Kamerad geeignet.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right.
Egal.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Und was machen wir mit ihm?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Es fehlt mir noch der richtige Cliffhanger. Ich erwarte, dass hier irgendwie der Schlüssel ist. Skandalös. Dann halt nicht. Ja, darfst du. Was ist hier los? Aber der Server, auf dem ich spiele, ist public. Also im Grunde kann jeder mitspielen.
We're back!
Ach, er hat auf zu wimmern.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's the...
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless...
So,
Immer 20 Uhr.
at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Paimon?
Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Hast du etwas herausgefunden?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
Das ist Bloody Pizza.
So what you're saying is... so interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
Ooh.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Dann willkommen im Stream. Genau.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
Der Ort, an dem Sino gerade war.
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Paimon, du wirst immer schlauer.
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
Nö, du bleibst hier.
You want to go too?
Nein!
If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Du bist der Trouble, du bleibst hier.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Hallo? Was heißt hier gut?
Hey, let's go! Remember to pack some food with you! Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Wer kann es sein? Ja, naja, gut. Philosophie.
Scry the sky.
Plong.
So, where do we go from here?
Sumeru, rufe dir deinen bisherigen Weg ins Gedächtnis.
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here.
Genshin Trader, danke für die Rose. Für die 21 Rosenhilfe.
What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
Keine Debatte, Paimon.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there, it looks like it's buried really deep.
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Das glaube ich auch.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
But running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Of course it is!
Was? Ja, weiß ich. Welche Farbe hat dein Wort?
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Und deswegen wollte ich den Rotzlöffel zu
Why
Hause
are you
lassen.
on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
Ist wahrscheinlich nicht.
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
Ja, habe ich.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land.
Danke für die ganzen Love
But
Views.
fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia?
I'll helfen.
These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
Danke für 15 Rosen.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
Können wir nicht denen einfach quasi Verstand einbläuen? So richtig schön mit Fäusten?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the academia.
Danke für die 19 Rosen.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Können wir ihm endlich ein paar verpassen, bitte?
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
Nee, sollst du nicht. Aufhören. Es reicht. Danke.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
Na gut, in dem Fall würde ich für die nächsten Streams die Funktion deaktivieren. Doch, kann ich. Indem ich einfach deaktiviere, dass Leute Sachen schenken können, wenn du es jetzt durchziehst. Das werde ich eiskalt tun.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
Kann ich das eigentlich jetzt bereits deaktivieren? Nee, kann ich nicht. Okay. Den nächsten Stream werden Geschenke deaktiviert und vermutlich den Stream danach auch und den Stream danach auch. Danke für die 56 Hosen. Okay, wenn du noch eine Sache schickst, deaktiviere ich den Stream. Das ist der Archon-Auftrag. Gut.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Dürfen wir ihm jetzt ein paar verpassen?
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia!
Dia! Run!
Und?
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces?
Willkommen zurück.
You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your
Nein,
friends and
du hast
leave.
Spendenverbot.
Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I'd just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Bitte geh nie wieder so ein Risiko ein. Ich mache mir nur Sorgen um dich.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Barbara, Child, Song, Lee, Ganyu. Naja, bis auf Barbara ist es quasi mein Main-Team.
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
Ja, deswegen nimmt man keine Kinder mit auf gefährliche Missionen.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
Das ist nur ein Objektivismus, achte nicht drauf. Er ist halt so.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Na gut. Ich würde mal sagen, das reicht jetzt, oder? Wobei, sollen wir jetzt quasi noch das fertig machen? Ich weiß nicht, wie lange es geht, dieser Bereich. Was sagt ihr? Weitermachen? Oder mit Multiplayer weitermachen? Oder also beginnen? Na gut, dann würde ich mal sagen, wir wechseln zum Multiplayer. Dann bringe ich kurz mal das Wasser weg. Und dann machen wir weiter. Dann bis gleich. Bin gleich wieder da. Plong.
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
So, wieder da. Habt ihr mich vermisst? Hi. So, in alter Manier. Ich mache jetzt die Dailies und dann können wir zusammen spielen. So. In der Zwischenzeit solltet ihr, die mitspielen wollen, Genshin-Spiel starten. Wer will denn alles mitspielen? Ein Plus in den Chat. Upsi, mein Finger ist auch ausgerutscht. Was macht man mit so Leuten? Ich mag es nicht, wenn Leute mich herausfordern. Ja? Und warum? Das TikTok ist nicht down, ich hab's beendet. Ich stehe zu meinen Versprechen. Weil ich eine Person bin, die zu seinen Versprechen steht. Ich habe gesagt, wenn Kollege mir noch was spendet, beende ich den Stream. Er hat mir was gespendet. Wenn ich euch was verspreche, dann halte ich es. Ich habe ganz klar gesagt, wenn er noch was schickt, dann beende ich den Stream. Er hat Spendeverbot. Habe ich das gesagt oder habe ich das nicht gesagt? Ich mag es nicht, wenn man mich herausfordert. Besonders nach der Sache, du kannst nichts dagegen tun. Oh doch, kann ich. Na gut, sei es drum. Problem gelöst. Bam, 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 bam. So.
What they say is true.
Na dann.
You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
Also, wir wollten die Dailies machen. Wo ist Geld beantragt? Oh, Hilfe. Ich mag es nicht, wenn man mich herausfordert. Weil ich eine Person bin, die ihre Versprechen einhält. Deswegen beendet. Ich find's toll. Niemand hört mir zu. So, du bist ein. Genau hier, bla bla bla. Na dann. Dann solltest du noch ziemlich genau dir mal Stimmen anhören. Anstrengend. Was haben wir denn da für eine Karawane?
I see everything.
That's close enough. I'll put you on that. Let's move. I see through you.
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up! Eyes on me!
Can't run.
Adventure time!
Is that all you got? This was well done.
Make yourselves at home.
Looks like this was
Let me
well
scry.
done.
Fate is upon you! Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
Was? Kommst du denn darauf, dass ich genervt sein sollte? Ich bin Stufe 7. Danke, dass du mich daran erinnerst, Genshin. Das heißt, ich werde auch in Zukunft die Option auslassen. Warum müssen Menschen so anstrengend sein?
Off we go!
Was meinst du, Sophie? Was meinst du? Ne, ich bin auf meinem Stream-Account. Ist halt alles nicht so einfach.
Adventure time!
Okay.
Off we go! Off we go!
Naja, im Grunde geht es darum, dass man auf mich hört, wenn ich etwas sage. Und wenn ich dich darum bitte, dass du etwas machst oder nicht machst, naja, dass du was machst, ist eigentlich egal. Aber wenn ich dich darum bitte, dass du etwas lassen sollst, dann erwarte ich eigentlich, dass man das dann auch tut. Also nicht tut.
Everyone come in!
Let's light it!
Ihr könnt machen, was ihr wollt, solange ich euch aber bitte etwas zu unterlassen. Na, ist schwierig zu formulieren.
Grow, grow, grow!
Naja, ich spiele Multiplayer, sobald ich die Dailies hingekriegt habe. Aber irgendwie kommt dauernd irgendwelche komischen Gegner, die mich daran hindern.
Eyes on me!
The more the merrier. First round's on me.
Woher kommst du jetzt her? Okay. Unnötig, aber gut.
Everybody stand! Let's light it!
Another time comes the hunted.
Adventure time! Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Free!
To ashes!
Naja, ob was mir gut oder nicht, ist halt relativ gesehen. Wenn ihr einen gewissen Punkt... Die Strecken sind ganz cool und geil, weil sie mir das Gefühl geben, dass es euch wirklich gefällt und ihr mich damit unterstützen wollt. Dann geht es rüber zu dem Punkt, dass jemand quasi jede Sekunde eine Kleinigkeit spendet. Und ab dem Punkt fängt es an, langsam störend zu werden. Und dann kommen wir zum letzten Punkt, wenn es so viel wird, dass es für mich unangenehm wird. Und dann fühlt es sich nicht mehr gut an. Dann fühlt es sich so an, als würde ich jemanden ausnutzen. Ist halt eine sehr empfindliche, sensible Frage. Keine Ahnung, ob ihr das versteht, was ich meine. Aber immer so quasi, ist halt seltsam. Oder ich bin seltsam, keine Ahnung. Ich verstehe auch nicht die Leute, die in einem Live sind oder in so einem Battle und die Leute dann immer anbetteln. Ja, bitte, bitte, spendet, spendet, bitte, bitte, bitte. Verstehe ich nicht. Verstehe ich nicht. Hui. Hilfe. Nee, komm. Nee, wenn, dann will ich das richtig hinkriegen. Ich habe ein Video gesehen, da hat eine Person es geschafft, ohne die Gleiter zu benutzen. Komm, kann doch nicht so schwer sein. Ohne Gleiter. Das Problem ist, ich kann halt nicht springen, wenn Madame... Komm, komm. Kann doch nicht so schwer sein. Menno. Oh, der könnte klappen. Ah, knapp. Wie hat die Person das hingekriegt? Auf. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, knapp. Okay, ich kann es wohl vergessen. Beim Ding. Ah, das war so knapp. Habt ihr es gesehen? Löslin. Ich will das ohne Gleiter. Oh, 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 oh. Das könnte klappen. Nein, komm, bitte, tu was. Ach, Menno. Okay, wir haben schon 2. Ah, die verwenden... Das ist ein Muster. Das heißt, es gibt ein Muster, wo man es ohne Gleiter hinbekommen würde. Na gut, es reicht. Ich geb's auf. Nie. Ah, schwierig, schwierig, schwierig. Ich glaube, wir sind fertig. Na dann, machen wir den Mehrspielermodus an.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Thank you for traveling with Deutsche Bahn.
Add Astra.
Welche Person hat gespammt?
Cold beer after a
Weiß
hard
nicht, was
day's
du meinst.
work. Nothing like it.
Na gut. Gut, Mehrspielermodus. Und sofort kommen die ersten. Eine Juna, Kasaka Feuerfan. Next, Juna. Okay, 2 Gruppen werden es mindestens. Da kommen die nächsten, ne? Schnief. Gut. Als erstes bräuchten wir...
Where did that come from? Breathe. 3, 4, and
Dahin.
If you ever want to trade...
So. Nee, habe ich nicht. Ich habe einfach nur den Stream beendet und die Option, dass Leute was schenken können, ausgemacht, weil es mir gerade zu viel wurde. Was sollte da schief gehen?
The wind rises. Behold! The wind rises. Swollen fury. The wind rises. Swollen fury.
Wunderschön, oder? Ist Gemate. Caspian. Bei den ganzen Skaras und der einen Ganyu muss ich an dieses Bild denken mit der einen Blondine auf dem weißen Sofa und die ganzen Männer, die um sie herum stehen. Gut. Was machen wir als nächstes? Machen wir eine Instanz. Zwar die für Raiden. Genau. Wenn beide nicht quasi von Ganyu runter wollen. Lol.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of
So,
the world.
wie sieht's aus?
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Next. Please.
Useless. Adventure time.
Ganz, ganz böse.
Off we go.
Wo bleibst du?
Worthless. Rest and teamwork is dreamwork. Here. Worthless. Here. Let's light it up. I'm going in. Let's light it up.
Kommt drauf an, was noch gibt, außer Genshin.
We're way behind schedule. Didn't see that coming. For Rex Lapis.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Here. Worthless.
Perfekt.
Healthy.
Und was haben wir schon noch? Nichts. Warte. Nee, nichts, was ich will. Na dann. Jemand anderem bappeln.
Get out of here! Allow me! We go! Everybody stand back!
Blaze over.
Let's light it up! I'm going in! Yeah! Let's light it up! Why do they never miss?
Born of ice. Come on.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Allow me.
Ich heiße überall gleich Kasatka VR. Ich heiße auf Twitch Kasatka VR, auf YouTube und auf TikTok. Und ich streame auch auf allen 3 Plattformen gerade. Ich habe nur Pech. Ich habe nur Pech. Wie kann man so viel Pech haben? Na gut. Danke für die Hilfe. Und die nächste Gruppe kommt dran. Bam, 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 bam.
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle
Tuna
it,
hat mal wieder Probleme
maybe
mit dem
that's their
Internet.
problem.
Sag's die Luke. Na dann, und die nächste Gruppe kommt dran. Plong. Eine Nahida, ein Fatui und Present. Ey, der ist neu. Noch 2 Gruppen. Na dann. Skandalös. Na dann, weiter geht's. Wobei, nee, wartet. Nee. Ich bräuchte Bücher oder Sachen, um Waffen hoch zu... Hier, was bräuchte der Kollege hier zum Beispiel? Diese Dinger hier, die ich sogar...
There's no such thing.
Machen wir das hier. Aha. Na dann. Ja, so geht's mir mit Nahida und mit Raiden. So geht's mir mit Nahida und mit Raiden.
I see everything.
Adventure time. I'm going in. Illusion shuttle. Wind rising. Get out of here.
You're dead.
Fall back and await my orders. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up. Let's light it up. Louder. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. Everybody stand back. Let's light it up. Off we go.
Perfekt. Oh, da ist jemand rausgegangen. Alternativ bräuchte ich noch das Ganze für Baidu oder eigentlich brauche ich die für... Hä? Okay, interessant. Interessant. Na gut, was hat der für eine Waffe? Verstärken. Na gut, machen wir weiter.
There is no escape. Illusion shattered. Let's light it up. Quite louder. Let's light it up. Teamwork is teamwork. Now. Shine down. Let's light it up. Adventure time. Everybody stand back. There is no escape.
Make yourselves a move. Roll, roll, roll.
Let's light it up.
Bow your head.
Shine down.
Swallow fury.
Let's light it up.
Dann brauchst du halt bessere Artefakte und auch Physik und andere Sachen. Und das ist
Teamwork is teamwork.
Na dann. Gut.
The wind rises.
Bin zu hoch.
Swollen fury.
Nein. Schnief.
You dare to gaze upon me? Worthless as expected.
Mann, da bin ich halb tot. Ach, deswegen. Ja, klasse.
Illusion shattered.
Unsightly insects.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Know your place. Too slow.
Du hier.
Off we go.
Na dann.
Let's light it up.
Das soll ich morgen noch mal machen.
Everybody stand back. Let's light it up. Adventure time.
So. Perfekt.
Adventure time.
Dann danke für die Hilfe. Dann kommt die nächste Gruppe dran.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not.
So, perfekt. Und es geht weiter. Wieso? Okay. Warum wird diese warum wird das größer? Warum wird diese Liste länger? Warum wird diese Liste länger?
Benny's adventure team,
Schnief. Gute Nacht, Elena.
off we go! Adventure time! Out of the way! Balloon! Time for your going! Illusion shattered! Let's light it up!
Falling into the abyss.
Jetzt die große Frage der Fragen ist, und der liebe Wanderer jetzt durch die Gegner gestorben oder durch Raiden? War das ein Anschlag? War das ein Anschlag? Okay, Sophie, danke, dass du dabei warst. Okay, wo ist der 4?
Everybody stand back! Get out of here! Happy to... Off we go! Balloon! Get out of here! Out of the way! That's gonna hurt in the morning!
Danke gleichfalls. Also ich lasse mein Pflaster dran. Ich lasse mein Pflaster dran.
Shine down!
War das die? Ich glaube ja.
No one's joining.
Ich würde mal sagen, alle, die hier gerade mitspielen, sind im Livestream drin. Ich habe ihn auch heute gezogen. Fühl dich geknuddelt.
Off we go! Adventure time!
bleiben denn gerade alle? Skandalös. Red doch mal wer. Hat jemand sehr schlechtes Internet. Ah. Der mit seinem Bubble Tea wieder. Schlimm. Schlimm, 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 schlimm. Jetzt.
Get out of here! It's dreamwork! Light it up! Everybody stand back!
Mind the
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
escape.
Cry loud! Let's light it up! Out of the way!
Be still.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Light it up!
The wind rises.
Oh, 52, cool. Gut. Na dann. Ich glaube, da will jemand nicht. Ah, schlimm.
Illusion shattered!
Oh, Backe. Manchmal habe ich so das Gefühl, als macht ihr einen Wettbewerb. Wer kann die meisten Verletzungen haben?
Now you shall perish!
Aha.
Illusion shattered!
Na dann. Da fehlt noch wer. Ich wollte gerade sagen.
Relax.
Mit Abstand die meisten.
Off we go!
Das war knapp. Ich habe nur gesehen, wie er wieder rausgelenkt ist aus dem Kreis. Fast erst nicht rausgeschrieben.
Order guide.
Bow your head. Everybody stand back.
Solidify.
Let's light it up. Going in.
Know your place.
I will have order.
What are the cool things?
Stabilize.
Everybody stand back.
Unsightly insects. Win right.
Let's light it up.
Escape.
Go in. Let's light it up.
You dare to gaze upon me?
Mal ein Stück mehr. Ja, das reicht.
Light it up.
Das reicht.
Too slow. Adventure time.
Quit following me.
Perfekt. Na dann. Danke für die Hilfe.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Aha. Interessant.
Or not.
Gut, da ist die Zeit für die nächsten. Dann die letzte Gruppe für heute.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Leute, ihr sollt raus. Perfekt. Gut. Und jetzt kommt die letzte Gruppe. Skandalös. Und dann mache ich ganz kurz die Kanne und dann gehe ich langsam Richtung Bett. Also langsam werde ich müde. So ganz, ganz langsam. Nee, nehmen wir Bennett. Wir brauchen Heal. Na dann. Weil es mir ein klein wenig leid tut, dass Milena jetzt nicht reinkommt. Sie hat es jetzt jedes Mal versucht.
with nature.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Dawn, break forth!
Why are you even here?
Let's light it up!
Wretched vermin!
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Birds come!
Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
Vermin!
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
Dawn, break forth!
Falling leaves, adorn my
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
wretched vermin!
Flames, purge!
Off we go!
Easy. Ich hab zu Stream heute um 18 Uhr abgekommen. Na, wenn du dich dran hältst und das machst, was ich dir sage, können wir es nochmal versuchen. Aber ich mag es halt nicht, wenn Leute mich herausfordern.
Everybody stand back!
Bis 2 Jahren würde ich sagen. Seit 2 Jahren spiele ich.
Let's light it up!
Know your place!
Don't burn yourself out. Retreat! Dawn, break forth!
Let's light it up!
Sight the insects! Behold!
Let's light it up! Why do they never miss? Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
Schön hat sich das jetzt gerade gewohnt bei dir an.
Let's light it up!
Irgendwie hört sich das extrem ironisch an. Gut, machen wir das jetzt mal kurz anders. Machen wir mal noch... Tut mir gerade ein bisschen leid, dass Milena nicht reinkommt. Das heißt, wir machen jetzt nochmal die Lobby auf. Wir machen nochmal eine neue Lobby. Milena, bist du überhaupt noch da?
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Milena, bist du noch da? Gut. Das heißt, wir machen hier... Hast du Genshin an? Sophie, dann leg dich ins Bett und dann kommt der Schlaf von ganz alleine. Hast du Genshin an, Milena? Perfekt. Gut, das heißt, wir machen jetzt nochmal eine neue Lobby. Alle gehen nochmal raus, wir lassen Milena rein und dann dürfen die noch hier drin nochmal reinschauen.
This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Wie du willst. Ich würde sagen, wir
There's
machen
no
so,
need to
dass alle
exchange
rausgehen.
pleasantries.
Dann hat jeder noch mal
It's
eine
rather
Chance
pathetic to
reinzukommen.
force a conversation
Ob du dann
just
quasi
to modify
da
the
verzichtest
standards.
reinzugehen oder nicht, ist ja dir dann überlassen. Na dann, los, alle einmal raus und dann schauen wir weiter. Gut, perfekt.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Und bestätigen.
Or not.
So, und jetzt die anderen. Ey, was? Hallo, du warst schon mal? Böser Next. Ganz, ganz böser Next. Ganz, ganz böse.
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go.
Hörbücher, aha. Ich wusste es. Lena steigt mir auf den Kopf.
Oh, ow. Where did that come from?
Könnte vor Scham im Boden versehen. Milena, willst du mir damit sagen, dass du auf mich stehst? Bin ganz hoch. Mhm. Na dann. Mhm.
Flames, purge!
One with nature. Everybody stand back!
Adorn my night!
I swear by my sword! Let's light it up!
Waste to the wicked!
Clouds high.
Don't
Whoa.
burn yourself out. Retreat!
Das war knapp.
Let's light it up!
Na dann, geht nach. Viel Erfolg.
Adorn my night! Go in! Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Teamwork is teamwork! Let's light it up! One with nature! Let's light it
Ja, früher haben wir immer hier gefragt, okay, wer ist in meinem Harem? Alle, die in meinem Harem sind, ein Kussmann. Komm runter, du komisches Ding. Runter mit dir.
I swear by my sword! Let's light it up! Teamwork is teamwork! Adventure time!
Perfekt. Und jetzt das letzte Mal. Wieso heulst du gerade in Genshin? Was ist denn jetzt passiert? Du hast Raiden gezogen? Oder die nächsten 50-50 verloren? Nee, wird nie kommen. Definitiv wird das nie kommen.
Flames, purge!
Storm my night!
Everybody stand back!
Okay. Dabei war's nicht mal.
Let's light it up! My sword!
Clouds hide. The birds call.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
The wind knows.
Don't burn yourself out. Retreat.
Let's light it up!
As one with wind and cloud.
Barbados! Teamwork is teamwork!
Der 52 dabei.
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up! I swear by my sword! Go as far!
Ist ja normal, wenn jemand früher als du anfängst, dass er dann weiter ist. Oder nicht? Ja, ich versuch's zumindest. Ich versuch's zumindest. Gut. So oder so, das war's dann. Mehrspieler-Teil ist vorbei. Dann danke für die Hilfe.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Jetzt müssen theoretisch alle dran gekommen sein. Ich chill überall. Ich bin voll chillig unterwegs. Jetzt bin ich auch
Good
müde.
things come to those who don't wait around.
Ich chill nicht nur auf
That's what
deiner
they
For
say
You
anyway.
Page, ich chille
Knowing my luck,
auf YouTube,
the
auf
opposite
Twitch
is
und auf
probably true
TikTok.
for me.
Ich chille überall. Ich bin der Oberchiller.
Oh, ow!
Wie ich lebe auf deiner FA. Das hört sich irgendwie seltsam an. So als hätte ich kein Leben. Schnief. Wie sieht's sonst aus?
Let's go
Ab
find
in
some
die Pfanne.
treasure.
Ich lebe auf deiner For You-Page. Ich lebe unter deinem Bett. Ich lebe überall, in deinen Wänden. Ja, das mache ich hin und wieder mal. Hin und wieder mal aktivieren. Wieso willst du das? Gibt es etwas an meinem Main-Account, was dich interessiert? Ich frage mal so.
Off we go!
This realm is truly beginning to thrive. I cannot help but be stirred.
Na, da habe ich hauptsächlich alte Charaktere. Weil wie gesagt, ich habe vor einem Jahr aufgehört zu spielen. Auf dem Main-Account. So.
If you ever have...
Oh nein, es tut mir so leid. Verzeiht mir, Schnief. Was fehlt denn da noch? Und mal was. Ah. Na dann. Warte mal, was haben da hier noch? Oh. Interessant. Gut, also. Ich wollte hier hin. Da. Das heißt, ich muss mal... Wo muss ich hin? Da muss ich hin. Okay, interessant. Die Last ist sehr hoch. Wäre zu witzig gewesen. Wo soll ich denn das nächste Schlafzimmer einrichten? Komm. Jetzt gib mir Nahida. Okay. So, perfekt. So, ist das eigentlich die Belastung so hoch? Ist die Frage. Na egal. So, jetzt habe ich mein zweites Schlafzimmer. Frage ist, was baue ich als nächstes? Oh.
This realm.
Was baue ich als nächstes? So. Ja. Dafür ist die Kanne ja auch gut. Für flüchtiges Harz, für diese ganzen Sachen hier. Ist halt schon nice. Deswegen sollte man sie auch leveln.
If you ever have...
Na gut, sei es drum. Wir haben 10:30. Hat jemand noch Fragen? Träume, Wünsche, Hoffnungen? Kann ich euch noch was Gutes tun? Aber ist schon spät. Ist schon spät. Perfekt. Nee, für die Stimme bin ich gerade zu müde. Ein anderes Mal. Miau. Höchstwahrscheinlich werde ich morgens streamen, und zwar Minecraft. Höchstwahrscheinlich Minecraft. Na gut. Unerwartet ist doch immer schön. Na dann wünsche ich euch wunderschöne Träume Macht nicht mehr zu lange. Ab in die Federn mit euch und wir sehen uns dann morgen. Bye, bye. So. Und falls ihr immer noch Langeweile und Sehnsucht haben solltet, ich habe ja noch die ganzen YouTube-Videos und Streams. In dem Sinne, bis morgen. Bye, bye. TikTok-Stream wird beendet in 3, 2, 1. Tschüss, tschüss. Gute Nacht, bleibt was Schönes. Long. Dann jetzt noch Twitch und YouTube. Die müssen auch noch beendet werden. Twitch und YouTube. YouTube und Twitch. Twitch, YouTube. Wie sieht es eigentlich aus? Gut. Na dann. Gute Nacht zusammen. Bye, bye. Na dann. Tschüss, tschüss. Stream wird beendet in 3, 2, 1. Gute Nacht.